Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 64 of Gains, and this one is titled Halt to Class. Useless, he grunted, putting his arm out to stop you. Then he dropped his bag off his shoulder and crouched down in front of you. Wait, what are you doing? You asked with surprise. Bakugou grabbed your left foot roughly and pulled it towards him a bit, and then grabbed for your untied laces. Whoa, wait, Shut up and stay still. Damn it, he grunted, quickly tying your laces for you. Thank you. I never expected you would do something so kind, you said genuinely. You weren't meaning to be mean or rude. You were actually floored that he had done that for you. Don't think I'm going to start tying your laces all of a sudden, dumbass. It's only because you've gone and overdone it again. Don't push yourself too much, he grunted, picking his bag up and slinging it back over his shoulder grumpily before shoving his hands into his pockets. If you can't walk properly, then hold on to me, okay? You looked at him. He had a rough delivery style in his speech, but he really was trying to be sweet. That's so nice, Bakugou, you said slyly, using his last name because he was refusing to call you by your first name. Shut up or I'll kill you, he growled, his red eyes finally finding yours. You had a mischievous look on your face, and it made him blush a little, so he looked away again. Stop it, he grunted, starting to walk away without you. Wait, you need to go slow, I can't move, wait, Katsuki! At your begging, he stopped and turned back to you, unable to ignore the need in your voice. I told you to hang on to me, but you didn't, did you? See? He snapped lightly, taking your arm with his hand. That's why you need to listen to me. You need me, he added. You went quiet and just let him help you along. You weren't sure if you should tell him about Kiri's confession or if you should just wait and see if he could gather the courage to ask you out himself. You thought maybe you should wait and see what he did first. After being dragged to your locker, he then helped you put your things away and get your shoes for you, all under the guise of this being the greatest inconvenience known to man, which you knew was just a front. You kept thanking him, which you could tell he liked, judging by the blush on his cheeks, but again he would just brush you off and act like he didn't like it. You were kind of falling more for this little tsundere piece. Kiri was a little late to class that morning, and only just slid into his seat as Aizawa entered the room. He didn't dare turn around and greet you, but took the opportunity to say hi when there were papers being passed throughout the class. On the paper you had to partner up with someone and get to know their quirk, then talk about how your quirks were similar and what you could learn from this person quirk-wise, but also how to defend against them. There was a section where you were to write the person's name. Hey, Yin! Partner with me? Mina whisper called from her seat. You looked at her and was about to call whisper back with a yes, but Aizawa spoke then and you paused. Before you start picking a partner randomly, I'll be pairing you, so sit quietly and listen, he commanded in his monotone voice. You sat still. Pairs are as follows, he said, reaching across to his desk to pick up a piece of paper. Midoriya and Sato, Kaminari and Eijirou Kirishima. You held your breath. Could there be a possibility that you might be paired with him? And Mineta. Your face fell. Damn. Bakugou and Yin, Aizawa said, and you looked across to the blonde. He had a smug look on his face, and you sucked your lips between your teeth and bit down on them as your brain fed you plenty of scenarios that you and he could potentially be in, considering he might take this opportunity to talk to you alone. Bakugou looked back at you and your eyes met. Then you gave him a small smile and looked away again. I mean, you had wanted to be with Kiri, but this was pretty okay as well. The rest of the class got paired up, and then Aizawa gave you all the rest of the class to talk and make a start on your work. If it's too noisy in here like it always is, he stated blandly, you're welcome to go outside or elsewhere, but if I get complaints about my students running amok, you will be disciplined. As he said that last line, his hair stood on end and his eyes glowed menacingly, and it stole any bravado out from under the feet of anyone who was contemplating such a thing. Yes, sir, Yulm said meekly. He deactivated his quirk and grabbed for his sleeping bag, then promptly got into it and lay down, obviously signalling the end of his talk to the class. Slowly, students started to get into their pairs, and you looked at Bakugou as he stood up. Hey, the soft voice of Kiri said as he went to get up as well. I hope your legs are okay. They're really not, you said with a soft chuckle, but it's okay, I'll be fine. We can stretch after school together, if you like, he offered as he stood up as well. Yeah, that sounds good actually, let's do it, he said with a smile. Oi, Bakugou grunted as he approached you and Kiri, his scowl directed at Kiri. Stop talking to my partner. Hey bro, Kiri greeted brightly. Don't be rude, Bakugou, he's allowed to talk to me, you said back to your blonde, and he looked at you with a little surprise. So you can say your piece now, huh? He smirked. Let's go to the roof. Okay, you said, turning your attention back to Kiri. I'll see you after school. Done, he replied back with a giant toothy grin and a thumbs up as you left your seat and followed Bakugou with paper and pen in hand. Out of the class you went, taking the walk very slowly as you headed down the hall to the stairs that would lead to the roof. As you moved, your legs freed up a little, and you felt like you were able to walk much better, but then you got to the foot of the stairs and groaned out loud. Oh, nah, man, stairs are gonna kill me, you whined. Bakugou, who was 5 steps up already, stopped and looked back at you. I'll kill you if you don't hurry up, he growled. My hammies are hammered, you pouted, taking 1 step up and gritting your teeth. Bakugou could see you weren't putting it on, and waited for you to get up to his level, and then he suddenly put his arm around your waist like what Kiri had done the other night, and held a good amount of your weight against him as you both made it the last way up to the top. We'll go Bakugou! Stay tuned for chapter 65 coming tomorrow. I'll see you all then.